This is a First Alert Weather Day on KSLA News 12.
Well, good evening once again. Tomorrow, First Alert Weather Day here for the Arklatex, as we are expecting some strong and severe thunderstorms coming through the area late in the day tomorrow. There will have some activity before then, but it does look like the severe weather threat's not going to arrive until probably around this time, or at least starting this time tomorrow evening, and will linger through the evening hours and may linger perhaps an hour or two after midnight tomorrow night. We talked about the enhanced risk in orange. Again, I-20 points northward. That's where the severe weather threat is going to be highest here in the Arklatex. Wind gusts of 60 miles per hour or higher, quarter-sized hail, heavy downpours, and yes, the possibility for a few tornadoes. We're all going to be monitoring for that, and I do expect at some point, probably mid to late afternoon tomorrow, we'll likely see a tornado watch issued for some part of the Arklatex. We'll let you know when that happens during the day tomorrow, as well as what we're expecting storm-wise as we get closer. We'll have an update on this tonight at 10 o'clock with Future Track. We'll get an update this evening, and I'll have that for you then. But this is just brand new information, different from what I showed you at 5 o'clock as the latest update has come on in. And as I take you through this, the good news is, I guess, is that the forecast hasn't changed, or maybe that's bad news because it is still showing intense thunderstorms coming in late tomorrow afternoon. But at least the model's being very, very consistent with the forecast, which increases our confidence of the threat for severe weather coming in later tomorrow. Now, tomorrow morning, a couple spotty showers. Don't worry about any severe weather out the door in the morning. We will not have any as we start your Friday. There's a big upper level storm system that we're going to have to wait on, and that will be slow to arrive until late tomorrow afternoon and evening. And when that starts to kick in, so does the threat for the strong and severe thunderstorms. Lunchtime tomorrow, again, a scattering of some showers possible. So as you head out in the morning, you will want to have the umbrella because you will likely need it at times throughout the day. It's going to be later into the afternoon, probably after 3 o'clock. And again, we're maybe talking 5 or 6 before we start to see the more intense storms begin to pop. Those would be around the I-30 corridor, maybe as far south as I-20. And notice a lot more in the way of storms north of us as well. And likely additional developments going to take place through the evening hours. Notice at 10 o'clock tomorrow night, a little line of some strong and severe storms forming and pushing through the northwest corner of the Arklatex. And this is going to be with us through midnight and probably a couple hours beyond before the intensity of the storms begins to wane here in the Arklatex. And we do start to clear things out just in time for the start of your weekend. But you do want to stay weather aware. We make it certainly easy for you to do that. Again, I'll have the latest update tonight on KSLA News 12 at 10. The latest updates always on KSLA.com. Like KSLA First Alert Weather on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And don't forget to make sure that you have the KSLA First Alert Weather app downloaded to your smartphone for updates there and when the weather alerts come out. Something else we'll be doing between now and 10 o'clock this evening. I'll be going live on Facebook at 8 o'clock tonight from the KSLA News 12 page. So be sure to check in there. We'll be talking about the severe weather threat and answering your individual weather questions about the weather situation. All right, here's a look at tomorrow's planner. Rain chances around 30% in the morning. They go to 50% by 3 and then up to 70% by this time tomorrow, as we're expecting the bulk of the storms coming in during the evening hours along with the threat for severe weather. Ahead of the storms, it is going to be another warm day. In fact, unseasonably warm with high temperatures in the lower 70s. 73 tomorrow. It's all over with by Saturday. Great news because we've got one of the bigger Christmas festivals going on to start the weekend down in Natchitoches. 92nd Annual Christmas Festival downtown Natchitoches. The parade at 1, fireworks at 6. No weather issues. In fact, it won't feel a lot like Christmas with temperatures in the 70s there. As we take into next week, it is going to start to feel more like the season. A blast of cooler air drops those high temperatures back into the 50s by Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll be talking, though, more about the storm threat coming up in our 6:30 half hour. But tomorrow, hopefully won't be real busy, but it could potentially be that way.
Yeah, not a fan of how the risks seem to elevated in the last 24, 48 hours. Yeah. It's kind of went from mild to moderate or...
And that's usually the way it goes. About 24, 36 hours out, you start to get a better handle as to whether it's going to be worse or maybe not quite as bad as it had been looking. Unfortunately, This one's looking to the negative.
A little worse. All right. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
You bet.